As a kid growing up in rural Texas, I dreamed of my big break on a New York City theater stage. The bright lights, the crowd, the dramatic curtain call. Well, here I am. Who knew my theatrical debut would involve a cap and gown instead of sequins and tap shoes? I've imagined this very graduation day, like I'm sure each of you all have, since I started my doctorate degree 5 years ago. April 2019 was the first time I walked into the formidable red brick building where I met my 20-person cohort. We were welcomed with open arms to the TC community, and we did not waste any time jumping into disorienting, uncomfortable, yet purposeful situations. On our first day, we moved around the wood-paneled room through somatic exercises that set the stage for learning about the social, cultural, racial, ethnic, class, and other influences that shaped our development. We learned about who we were and who we were becoming. Today, each of us, fellow graduates, are celebrating the completion of a degree from the first, largest, and top-ranked school of education in the country. Of course, this is fantastic in and of itself. Maybe more importantly, though, we're celebrating the profound ways in which we've transformed as individuals, academically, personally, and professionally. It's said that at Teachers College, this is the place where true change begins. And it starts as a ripple within each of us. Graduates, I invite you to take a moment and reflect with me on how you've changed. My TC experience molded me into a resilient, critical, and confident education leader. When I first started, I knew very little about the difference between constructivist and post-positivist paradigms, or the influence of time and power on education, or the wide variety of educational theories, self-directed, experiential, and my favorite, transformative learning. And then there was the certification exam, when we had to remember and integrate the cumulative knowledge from all the classes we'd taken in the first 2 years. To my surprise and delight, it was quite fun. I learned working in community with my peers not only enriched my understanding, but also transformed what could have been a solitary grind into a collective adventure. At the beginning, I certainly did not know how to design a rigorous research study. Through valuable mentorship from my advisor, Professor Maltvia, and my committee members, Professor Westaby and Professor Ghosh, I learned how to perform both qualitative and quantitative research, as well as scientific experiments. Ultimately, in my dissertation, I proved that artificial intelligence coaches of the future can be just as effective as human coaches in providing impactful coaching experiences. What findings? Where else, other than TC, can we dream so wildly and so boldly and have the support system and resources to bring our dreams to life? Today, as we celebrate our achievements, let's remember that without the solid support of friends and family, we wouldn't be standing here. Today's success is as much theirs as it is ours. For me, I have special appreciation for my husband, Kaveh, and our 2 boys, Bijan and Zubin, as well as their grandparents who are here today. I'll say with everything going on in the world, there's a quote that resonates with me, and I hope it's something you can hold on to as we embark on our next chapter. Robert F. Kennedy said, "Each of us can work to change a small portion of events, and in the total of all these acts will be written the history of this generation. It's from numberless diverse acts of courage that human history is shaped. Each time a person stands up for an ideal, or acts to improve the lot of others, or strikes out against injustice, they send forth a tiny ripple. And those ripples of hope build a current that can sweep down the mightiest of walls." As graduates of Teachers College, gaining the highest quality education in the country, we have a responsibility to be those ripples, to follow evidence-based practices and use our expertise to advocate for what's right in our communities. How will you rise to the occasion to embody the ideals that we have nurtured here? Being leaders who drive progress, being educators who inspire change, and being citizens who build bridges in our communities. The world is eager for our insight and innovation, and the stage is ours to make a difference. Thank you.